Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Quick Expert Reviews. Today we've got an Xperia 10, one of the 4 brand new handsets announced by Sony this year at the MWC Mobile World Congress, and one of the first phones to sport a 21:9 ratio screen itself. So we're going to start with usual unboxing. That's the startup guide, declaration of conformity, and so on, nothing really important. Then we've got the headphones, which are MH410C headphones, and these are the headphones themselves. Okay, it looks like the phone sports a headphone jack port, or actually, as someone mentioned recently in one of the comments, a earphone jack. Okay, and that's the Type-C cable itself, which we can use for charging and so on. So these are the headphones themselves. Nothing extraordinary, but it's nice it's in the box. On top of that, the headphones themselves also have a answer and decline button and a built-in microphone. And that's the pin. Small announcement now. If you'd like to, you can subscribe to the channel, and you can also click the bell icon so that you're notified when a new video review has been uploaded. And this is the phone itself. 6-inch display, very nice back, NFC chip, dual lens camera, the SIM tray and the memory card tray as well on the right hand side. Doesn't require any pins or anything like that. As it is with the Sony handsets, you can pull the SIM tray and a memory card tray just using your nail. Then we've got the earpiece and the front-facing camera, headphone jack on the top, fingerprint sensor, power button, volume up, volume down on the side. And then we've got the Type-C, one single speaker and a microphone on the bottom of the handset itself. To be honest, that fingerprint sensor kinda needs a bit of getting used to, purely because it doesn't double up as a power button. The power button is on top of the fingerprint sensor, as in like it's a bit higher than the fingerprint sensor. So if you want to lock the phone, you have to press the button. If you want to unlock the phone, you can either press the power button or you can press the fingerprint sensor, which then unlocks the phone. It's not really complicated, but at the same time, it would be nicer if the fingerprint sensor would incorporate the power button as well. But obviously you had to cut the cost somewhere, and the phone costing £319, I believe, in O2, and $299 in Amazon. It is what it is. In terms of the unlocking of the handsets, you do have the fingerprint sensor, but if you go to the smart lock option, you can also set what's called a trusted face. So it's a facial recognition. You can unlock the phone using your face as well if you'd like to. Then you've got Lockscreen Preferences. So if you'd like to, you can choose what you'd like to show on the lock screen, including what you're currently playing. So if you're playing something on Spotify or Apple Music or Google Music, it will show on the lock screen itself. Now moving on, we've got the storage, so 64 gigabytes of internal storage, and then we've got expandable via memory cards as well. Then we've got the DEEHX, which upscales low resolution audio MP3 files to high resolution. It's not a high-res audio, but it's a better quality than normal MP3s. Then we've got a built-in equalizer, so you don't have to download any additional apps if you don't want to, and some sort of a surround sound feature from a one speaker on the bottom. Okay, moving on. Couple of features, a couple of settings in the sound department as well, dial pad tones and so on. Then when we go to display, obviously we've got the ambient sensor, so it goes off when you talk on the phone. Then you can adjust the color gamut and contrast. You might not see that much of a difference, but in a super vivid mode, the actual well, maybe not quality, but the colors look more saturated and so on. Then you've got the side sense, which is that bar on the right hand side. If you can see it, if you double tap it, it comes up with it comes up with shortcuts to your recent apps. If you'd like to, you can even adjust the length of the button, the transparency, and so on, so on. So it's highly customizable. You can even choose which apps you'd like to use with the side sense, and this is how it looks like. So you double tap on the right hand side, and yeah, so your recently used apps, some of the shortcuts, so for example to your Wi-Fi, and so on, so on. Night lights, which removes the blue hue from the display at night to make your eyes feel less strained. Then we've got the device connection. So if you go to connection preferences, you can see that you can either cast or do screen mirroring from the handset. Obviously, it does have USB OTG on the go as well. So if you want to, you can plug in a mouse, a pen drive, or whatever you'd like to. And then in the network and internet, you can set up Wi-Fi, mobile connection, hotspot and tethering, and so on, so on. So yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of the settings themselves. Now, if we go to the camera, there are a couple of pretty neat features. So if you press on the mode button, you've got the portrait selfie, you've got the bokeh mode, which is like a portrait mode, blurs the background, slow motion, only 120 frames per second, manual mode, which allows you to adjust the exposure value, the ISO, the shutter speed, and the focus from the autofocus to manual focus, and so on, so on. Then if we go to the actual camera settings, you can see if you want to capture pictures in 20:9, it's only 8 megapixels, 16:9, 10 megapixels, and as usual at the very end of the video you'll see the picture samples. Then we've got object tracking, which if you tap on the screen while the object is moving, the phone is trying to keep the object in focus and take a picture, take a less blurry picture. Then we've got the AR effect, which actually Sony pioneered with the Z2 in 2014. Now it seems like everyone is on the AR bandwagon, but Sony did it first. And I do actually remember that dinosaur on my Z2 as well. If you'd like to, you can take pictures, or you can even record videos while using AR effect. So yep, and then moving on, we've got the video. So video recording, you can record 4K in 20:9 ratio as well if you'd like to, but there is no stabilization. You can choose file format for 4K. You can choose file format for 4K as well. And then you can, if you'd like to, adjust manually the exposure or the color saturation of the video you are recording. Something pretty new to the Sony handsets. And they showed it up first with the XZ3. And then what about the display itself and the audio quality itself? Now, the phone sports only one single speaker, and let's have a listen and see how it performs. And then let's do some light gaming. I will do a separate video on gaming. However, just wanted to show you that some of the games look really good on a tall 21:9 ratio display, but not all the games support that aspect ratio. So you'll see in a second, this is Night of the Full Moon, and this is Polytopia. So as you can see, it doesn't really stretch. There is like a black bar on the bottom on the side if you play in a landscape mode, and yeah, that's about it. So in terms of watching content, not every single video on YouTube is in 21:9 ratio, but if you do go on search and type in 21:9, you can definitely watch some really nice content. So yeah, let's do that.
Fences and get this man a shield. Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe.
And then if you'd like to, you can watch Netflix as well in 21:9. However, again, you have to type in 21:9 in the actual search bar to watch movies in that aspect ratio. Yeah, looks pretty impressive, doesn't it? It's an actual cinema in your own pocket. Actually, to be honest, as soon as I've started watching videos on this phone, I've stopped watching videos on my XZ3 because the ultra wide display is absolutely amazing. I really cannot wait for the Xperia 1. So yeah, these are the camera samples. Thanks for watching another episode of Quick Expert Reviews. Hope you enjoyed it and I'll speak to you soon, guys. Bye!